What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of Bloodbourne, which actually killed the streak at 1, and then some extremely boring carnival game at night, where apparently all of the lovers of kid games, aka the weirdos, came out in huge droves of support. It's extremely weird, and your boy Doody does want to talk about it because I find it very suspect that a bunch of middle-aged grown men love to come and watch a 42-year-old boomer play kiddie games. But we'll get into it. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 17th of December, 2024. Today started off, interestingly enough, and then ended up kind of increasing in interest and excitement over the course of the day. So allow me to explain to you what happened today, because it certainly was unprecedented in a day that I was not expecting. All right. So earlier today, I had a level 1 podcast, and it was very laid back yet again for the second day in a row. Really, the only thing that I had on the agenda today was I wanted to go and see the games that people had nominated for the upcoming Christmas Marathon event, and I wanted to tally up the votes and make the poll for which we were going to determine what would be the games that I played during the Christmas Marathon coming up next Monday, the 23rd, here on the channel. And so we went and we started looking at the different games that people had nominated. And I hate to say it, but sadly, once again, you get people who just don't get it. The whole point of a holiday marathon is that I play a wide variety of games in short spurts, right? And I'm able to play those games and enjoy them because I get a taste of each one. This means it's not supposed to be, oh, let's play a freaking ginormous RPG and only play 30-40 minutes of the intro and not even understand the game because we didn't get far enough. That doesn't make sense. You're not seeing enough of the game for it to make any sense, so you probably shouldn't submit that kind of game. So a lot of people did that. I'm well, gotta eliminate those. Some people submitted games that just simply can't even be played. Someone did an N64 game that's not available digitally, and I'm obviously I can't do that, right? So after sifting through many of these suggestions, we narrowed it down to the following, okay, just so you guys know. Number 1, the Stellar Blade introduction. I promised everyone that I would try Stellar Blade during the Christmas Marathon and play.
I'm going to stop it here because this Daily Wrap went 13 minutes long, and I tried speeding it up, but I was at 9 minutes. And I'm not going through this boring-ass segment, which he already fucking talked about on his podcast, which he's going to talk about again today on his podcast. Again, Phil, you don't need to continuously repeat yourself. This Daily Wrap was a completely waste of fucking time. You always talk about how you don't have time to do shit. You don't have time to do shit because you're regurgitating the same nonsense you've regurgitated 1,000 times on the Daily Wrap video that was over 13 minutes long. I don't understand it. And by the way, Phil, you sitting here bitching and complaining about your dents, talking about play-specific games on the marathon. Isn't that the point? Isn't that the point? The point was you created a thread, you asked people to submit games for you to play, and they vote on it, right? That's the whole premise of this of a poll, right? Or suggestion. And you're gonna sit here and complain when people make suggestions of games they want you to watch. You don't need to be an ass about it. You can just simply say, well, I don't think it really fits with the format. I want to be able to play a couple different games, and it's just not worth it. That wasn't the point. The problem with Phil, it wasn't that it didn't fit the marathon. What happened was it was too expensive. If he had to spend money for it, or more money than he thought he needed to spend, he didn't want to play it. And that's the reason why. Just be honest with people. That's why people despise you, because you have to lie about everything. Don't fucking lie. Just simply say, no, I'm not spending $40 on a game because it's just too expensive. I mean, people will call you cheap, but at least they won't call you a liar. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I really had to say to that. That was just a stupid segment, which just... And the thing is, this is going to be RGB Part 2, where he's just going to regurgitate this until the until the stream ends. Until the Christmas Marathon ends. And of course, not even, because afterwards he'll have to repeat himself 100 times more about the Christmas Marathon. Oh, God, this guy, the tism is off the chart with this dude. And he can't help himself. Let's just skip this, because I got to find something else, because I don't want to hear about the stupid marathon for the next 5 minutes.
And then I never continued. This time around, we will do a playthrough of it working on my PC. So we're going to basically try to do all of those during Bloodbourne and the Old Hunters DLC. All we had to do during today's podcast.
All right, here it is, folks. I was able to skip it. Let's talk about Bloodbourne, which, of course, killed the streak. That's right, folks. It killed the den streak at 1. Pretty sad, Phil. You just can't keep that momentum anymore, right? It's almost like you have to sit here and beg nonstop so that people feel sympathy and drop cash your way. So let's hear what Phil had to say.
And then we jumped into Bloodbourne and the Old Hunters DLC as we headed into the end game. Today we wrapped up the laboratory and headed to that boss. I believe that boss at the laboratory is called the Living Failures. Went past there, continued on, and I think the next thing that comes up after that is a super boss fight. That's really tough, Maria. And then after that, you can actually get to the Nautical Village. You got to go through the whole Nautical Village with all the difficult stuff there. Then you will unlock a whole bunch of secret content, like a couple secret areas. You can do a secret boss fight against Lawrence, the first vicar. So I did that. And then we fought, I think it was an optional NPC or two that you can unlock. We did all the optional content possible. Got to the very, very end, and we got the Orphan, and I fought him once, and then I ran out of time. So basically, we got to the very, very end of it, but we didn't beat it, okay? One more stream, because Orphan is a very tough boss. I predict it's going to take me several tries, because basically I know I can get to his second form, but from what I remember, his second form is a major pain in the ass. You basically have to memorize his first form perfectly, so that you can consistently get to his second form with all of your healing and everything in order to actually win. So we're going to have to do that, okay? So, next time around, which would be probably in a couple days, we'll see, we'll probably wrap up the Bloodbourne DLC. On that stream, I raised about $60 of support. And I was like, hey, everyone, if you want to see, we're at 9 now. Goals hit 9. If you want to see DSP tries it, please support the stream. For whatever reason, the support was not great on the Bloodbourne stream. We've had great Bloodbourne streams. We didn't get one today. But then all of a sudden, at the very end, when I'm going offline, we hit $100. Like, we got like 2 contributions at the end, but we didn't hit the goal of 150. So there was no DSP tries it today. There was no Popeyes to be had today, which is fine. It's not the end of the world. So then we went into the night stream of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
I just love when Phil actually tries to retcon his day. And that's what he's doing here, folks. He's retconning. I love how he sits here and says, oh, it's perfectly fine way to hit the streak. Bullshit. Bullshit, Phil. You don't spend 3 hours begging, guilt tripping your fucking viewers. I mean, the man literally brought up his fucking wife and said, oh man, Kat really wanted Popeyes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kat wanted Popeyes, along with Burger King, McDonald's, Domino's, Popeyes, and everything under the sun, because it looks like our girl apparently loves to fucking eat. And I can't believe he brought up his obese wife. And this isn't a slant against Phil, but he can't help but make herself look a target. He can't. He knows that she's big. She knows that she's obese. So anytime you mention food and DoorDash and Popeyes to your dents about Kat, you know that the detractors are going to make fun of her because of it. And we all know she probably doesn't give a shit about Popeyes. It was you that wanted Popeyes, you greedy asshole. He literally brought up the fact that his wife was craving Popeyes and was upset that she wasn't going to get Popeyes. If the bitch wants Popeyes, call DoorDash and order some Popeyes, Phil. You don't have to make your fucking dinner contingent upon whether people support or not, man. Like, that was just some pathetic shit, bro. And, I mean, I love it because, again, it's more content for me. Brother, that video got almost 15,000 views. It's been published. I published it like around 7 o'clock last night. I have 15,000 views, and the comments in that video are just fire, bro. They're hilarious and fire. People are just like, that was the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. And we're talking about a content creator who has a history of 16 years of doing and saying extremely pathetic things. And people were just aghast. Like, it amazes me. Phil, of all the shit that Phil's said and done, right? Of all of the terrible shit Phil has said and done, after 16 years, he could still manage to surprise people. Like, that's what literally shocks me. It shocks me that every day I come on stream to watch Phil on his podcast and gameplay, and I'm literally not shocked that he can do and say something extremely stupid or insulting. Like the other day with the Medicare, and how he was just so tone deaf about Medicare cancer condition. How he just didn't care, and literally say, who cares that he's dying? It doesn't matter. Because he's streaming anyway. To essentially throwing his wife under the bus and claiming that she was the one upset that they didn't get Popeyes. Come on, folks, let's do it for Kat. That's going to be the next day. Come on, folks, let's do it for Kat. Kat works so hard. She's so tired. She doesn't want to eat hot dog sandwiches. And folks, that's why I have the hot dog gift in the background. Because he literally tried to insinuate that because they didn't hit the goal, they weren't going to order Popeyes, and his poor wife is going to have to come home from work and slave and cook dinner. Bro, your ass is home all day long. 6 days a week. You literally do nothing but play video games. Why, bro? Why can't you fucking pick up your phone and YouTube how to make something, bro? Like, even if it's some Gorman's fish or Hungry Man TV dinners, bro. If you actually took the initiative and cook something for your wife, it doesn't have to be grand, bro. It could be something minor. Why don't you cook the fucking hot dogs? Why don't you have the hot dogs ready? All that simply is just sticking that shit in water and letting it boil. Like, you just make... This all goes back, yet again, folks. Another embarrassing moment of DSP was when Pandali was sick in bed, and Phil actually had to stop his streams to go wake Pandali up to make him dinner. That's right. I gotta wake up Pandali. She's sick, but she has to make me dinner. You are a pathetic streamer, a pathetic person, and most of all, you are a pathetic husband, bro. God. Alright, folks, let's keep going, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna say something more stupid.
Circle, still at goals hit of 9 and no DSP tries it in sight. Tonight, the Golden Circle stream was great. We wrapped up 2 different side missions. One that was for the journalist Gina, and then there was a second part of that mission that we finished. And then we completed all the murals, all those murals that we were trying to find, all 10 of them. We found them all, we photographed them, we traded it in, we went back to the necropolis, we did that puzzle, we got the secret weapon, and we did a few other things, like bought a book and leveled up, and then we're like, okay, let's continue on with the main story now. So we did. We went to this fountain, we solved a whole bunch of puzzles, got into this new underground dungeon with all this cool new stuff. It was actually a great stream. And even though we didn't have tons of viewers, we had less than 200 viewers on YouTube, we had around 40, 50 viewers on Kick. Even though we didn't have a lot of viewers, okay, it still did well. Guess what? Listen to this. We hit the goal. So we locked in the DSP tries it. Oh, but guess what? We doubled the goal. So now, not only did we hit goals hit 10, we went to 11, and we got a head start on the next goal. We already discussed that the next goal is going to be, I'm going to get this unique pizza from this place called Pizza with a Twist. And this place does pizza combined with Indian food. So basically they put curry or tandoori chicken on a pizza. I have no clue what that would be like, but it sounds unique at least, something different, right? Oh yeah. But then we tripled the goal, and we had another one, so we ended up getting not 10, but 11 and 12 goals hit tonight. And people started to open their eyes like, oh, wait a minute. So this new system is pretty neat. Because on a night like tonight, there's good supportive people there. It's not like, oh, one person helps you hit the goal, and everyone's like, well, let's just hold back and try to support later because we want to keep the streak going. There's no streak. People saw opportunity and said, I want to keep going. And they keep contributing, and it kept stacking. So now, even though we certainly have had several streams where we didn't hit the goals, now we just hit 3 in one day, okay? I have 0 complaints. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for that. Incidentally, I had made the offer that if people contributed 20 gifted subs over on Kick, that I would give them the VIP and the OG badges, and 3 people took advantage of that. And then another person on top of that did another big contribution because they were, just in a good mood. So we did great today. Okay, we did. It was absolutely outstanding, over the top levels of support. The other good news is this means tomorrow, yes, finally, we are getting Popeyes. So,
all right, I'm gonna stop it there, folks. God, how to unpack this? How to unpack it? Well, let's start with the first thing here. Is that apparently our boy just cemented that he is a children's entertainer. Why is it? Why? Seriously, and I'm not saying this to meme on Phil, but why is it that it seems like his viewers love these type of kiddie games? Like, I get the white panel van vibe every time Phil plays one of these children's games, like Disney Princess, like, you guys know the games, and it just brings out just the ilk. Like, it really does. It seems like all right, you ever go under a bridge and you see those camp cities under bridges, right? And you're like, what the hell's going on? Is this a homeless? Are these homeless situations? No, they're not homeless. They're let's just say they're all part of a registry that you don't want to be on, right? And I get that sense every time he plays these games. Like, it's a very nasty feeling, like yucky. I feel yucky watching it. And I didn't watch much of it, trust me. And this whole business about support, you had two whales that came out on Kick and dropped subs, and then NDO, Super Dent NDO, who himself, I'm pretty sure he's on that special registry, dropped $100 on Phil. That's all you got, Phil. I don't know what you're sitting here talking about. Oh, you have all this grand support. You have 3 whales coming out and dropping cash because they love kiddie games. Interesting. I wonder why they like kiddie games. I won't say too much because I don't feel like getting a community guideline strike, but you guys get my drift here. Man, I mean, the overlay for Phil's stream should have been a white panel van with a sign that said free candy. Straight the fuck up. Not gonna lie. Yeah, he's going through this cycle where he gets one, what'll happen today is whatever game he's playing, what he's doing to react, he'll get very little support, or he'll get like $100, complain, bitch, and moan, and then the night stream, they might come out and support again. That just seems to ebb and flow for Phil's stream. It's not going to change. I already said the Kino arc is dead. Even Phil acknowledged it. And I'm loving it. By the way, folks, Doody is going to be talking about it today on this podcast at 11 o'clock Eastern. We're going to be watching the videos and we're going to be addressing the Kino arc. It's dead, folks. It's done. Our boy Phil even acknowledged it himself that he's back to the pre-Kino days of support and viewership. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.